I'm going to just walk you through how I will do this in Excel. So we're looking at light production, so light production, moderate production, and we have heavy production here. Okay, and we also have, I'm going to bring that down a little bit here. And then we also have low demand, medium demand, or medium, and high demand. So, and they give us the number. This one is 20,000 here. Okay, 30,000, 40,000. Okay, and then for light, we have 22,000, 28,000, and 44,000. Okay, so we have these numbers here, and we want to calculate the payoff. So the cost of buying here is 186, and the selling price is 481. Thank you. 44,000, not 40,000. Thank you. Now, what I'm going to do is, if you look at these two numbers, you see that I have 22,000 here, I have 20,000 here. This is how much I'm going to produce, 22,000. This is how much I'm going to sell. So I cannot sell more than I produce, number one, and I cannot sell more than the demand I have. So I'm going to use equals minimum. So the minimum I can sell, the minimum of what I produce and what the demand is what I can sell. Okay, I can't sell more. For example, if demand is 30,000 and I'm producing 22,000, I'm going to be selling 22,000 because that's all I have to sell. And if demand is 20,000 and I'm producing 22,000, I'm going to sell 20,000 because that's all the demand is. I can't sell 22,000. There is no, people won't buy the rest of it. So that's why we're going to say it's going to be the minimum of these two numbers. So minimum of this and that. Okay. And then that will multiply by the selling price, 4.81. Okay. And then minus, now, whatever I produce is going to cost me 1.8. So I'm always going to be producing this 22,000 here. So 1.8 times the 22,000. See that? Okay. Now, if I hit enter like that, I will get my answer. Okay, but the problem is it's only going to be true for that cell. I can't just drag that all the way to the rest. It's going to be wrong. So what I'm going to do is I want to be able to drag the answer to the rest. So first thing I can do, of course, use one of my attempts for the first cell and put this number here and see if I get that right. Okay, that is wrong. Okay, so let's go see where the problem is. Problem 1.86 is what I have here, and I typed 1.8 here. So, and I think I used 1.8. Okay, so I'm going to make that 1.86 here. So I made that 1.86. I'm going to try again and see if I now get it. Okay, so that one worked. So that means I'm on the right track. So what I'm going to now do is I don't want to be doing it 9 times like that, waste of my time. So I want to lock them down. So this is the way I'm going to lock them down. So you see this B3 over here? I want this supply amount, right? I want them to only be locked to this column so that when I'm moving my cell, I don't want it to move away from this column. So I'm going to lock that column down. So I'm going to put a $sign before the B to lock that down. So I'm locking the B down. See, that's what I'm doing. I'm locking column B down. For the demand here, what I want to lock down is this row number 2. I don't want it to move. I want it to stay on row 2. So I'm going to put the $sign just before row 2 right there. Okay. Then I'm going to do the same thing for B3 over here. I want to lock these guys down, this column. I want these numbers in column B to be locked down. So I'm going to put the $sign before B. Okay. So when I hit enter, of course, I still get the same result. Now I can just drag that all the way. Now, sometimes these things take try and error, but you'll figure it out. So I can now copy and check this last one to see if that's correct too. And that one is correct too. So that's how to do that part. Now, most people got that part, and now they're just giving you prior probabilities here, and you're just going to use them to find the expected value, which we all know how to do. Okay, Now we're going to move on to the second part, which is the Bramtino's part. Umber, if they go with the heavy production plan, they will make an offer to Bramtinos. There's a 31% chance that Bramtinos will accept the offer. Okay, they want to sign up like a contract with Bramtinos that if we're going to produce, make every production plan, will you buy everything that we produce, and we will give you a cut on the price. We'll sell for less. Instead of selling for 481 to you, will sell at 443. So that's the plan they're trying to make with Bramtinos here. But Bramtinos will have to buy all of the 44,000. And one thing you'll notice is that they said there is a 31% chance that Bramtinos will accept the offer. So that means that has to do with the probability. So if you guys remember, every production plan is way at the bottom, right? You have to first look at whether Bramtinos will accept the offer or not. See? Yeah? So then you have your 31% and you have your, in this case, it's going to be 69%. Okay, if they don't. And then you have to put the rest of the probabilities here. Okay, normally I don't go over this assignment. We expect you to figure these things out yourself. So, but anyway, then you do the calculation. If they, if you sell the entire 44,000 to Bramtinos, you will sell at 443 each. But then it still costs you 1.86. It still costs you 1.86 to produce each of them. So you still have to subtract the cost, and then you put the value here for that payoff. So then you solve that tree there, and you choose the right production plan. And then of course write the value you got for your best decision over there. Okay, so that's how question number one works.